Hello everyone, welcome to ERL and welcome to the Chinese Grand Prix, the third round of the 5th season here of the F1 tier. I'm a commentator Owen Wyatt, and with me is the Badger.
Hello everyone, and hello Owen, how are you doing, man?
Doing really well, how about you?
I'm doing okay. I'm very excited for this race, the Chinese Grand Prix. It's a very interesting track, as I would assume we see VGIA Michael in the turn 1 right now. That is the first tricky place, the first tricky spot on this track. A very, very long and winded right-hander that's getting slower and slower. There's like at least 4 apexes in that corner. It's so weird to drive, and then you have the switch back into the left-hander. It's a crucial spot here. You need to get it right every time. If you don't, it might really screw you over.
Yeah, we've seen turn 1 not go particularly well in other tiers, so hopefully it goes well here as well.
Don't mention that. Don't mention that.
Another thing I've noticed is that Michael, as I was saying to you before, he might go on ultras, and surprise, surprise, he's went on ultras.
Yeah, almost everyone is on ultras. The only guys I see that are not on ultras right now are Slimbo and Alper. The two Saubers, interestingly enough. I don't know what they are planning, but it seems like this seems coordinated, I tell you. With Slimbo and Alper there,
I think if you get top 10 with softs, then you are in such a good position. Cause
even if you're down in 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, it doesn't matter. If you're on softs, you've got such an advantage over everyone else in the top 10. Basically, it's one pit stop less. I mean, the ultra softs are basically losing. They're losing you time as soon as you come to lap 3, 4, 5, depending on your tire wear. If your tire wear is very high, then probably lap 3. If you can save them a little, then lap 4 to lap 5. That's the moment they lose you time over the softs. And so you don't really have an advantage starting on the ultra softs. They go off that quickly, and you don't gain much time in 5 laps, 4 laps. It's not a viable strategy, unless obviously you're forced to do it.
Yeah, but personally, I think I just don't know. If you don't start on ultras, if you don't go anywhere near ultras, it just gives you so much more breathing space to do whatever you want, and I don't quite understand it.
It really does, what comes into it as well is the difference on this track here between the softs and the mediums, the other two compounds that the drivers have available to them, isn't that big. You don't gain much time on the softs compared to the mediums. It's not, for some reason, I don't know, it's something about this track. They're very similar tires. They don't lose you much. And so if you basically you do one more pit stop with no much gain, because what you can do with the ultra soft, obviously what you can't do otherwise, is ultra soft and then the softs twice, which you can't just use the softs twice because obviously the regulations, and you need to use 2 different tire compounds. But otherwise you would be able to do that, but you know, you can't. You have to do soft and medium. But it's still the much more viable strategy to do soft and medium over ultra soft and then the softs twice. It really is. So it's tough, but we'll see how the drivers deal with it, as we see a little bit of VGIA unity up front in 1 and 2 with Michael and Harry. Meanwhile, I think there was a spin. Bad boy, yeah. Out of the hairpin. Now he's being slow. Yeah, he needs to let other cars go through. And he goes into the pits as well.
Just thinking, do you reckon, even if people are on the wheel, could they possibly get 5 or 6 laps out of the ultras at the start and then be able to go mediums to the end? Because
Oh man.
I think that is just about possible. If say Michael could say keep the
If
tires.
you're, if you are able, if your setup is your setup is going to be highly compromised towards tire wear or low tire wear. But I would say it is possible, but it's going to be very tough, and I don't think it's that much of a viable strategy. Because you're going to have to take these medium tires 20... What would that be? 23 laps?
Well, no,
Oof, or 22. If you
well,
say
yeah.
6 laps, 22.
That's doable.
Boy,
though. I feel that could be
boy,
doable.
yeah, it's doable, but you're gonna be low-hanging fruit for everyone else. Everyone else is just gonna fly by you, because you got to remember, if you're on soft to mediums, if you're on that one-stop strategy, soft to medium, or I don't know, someone P11 or lower starts on the mediums and they do medium soft one-stop, that means that your pit stop is about lap, if you're soft to medium, lap 12 to 14, I would say 11 to 14. And if you're starting on the mediums, probably 14 to 17. And if that's the case, your medium tires are gonna be 14 to 17 laps old, and someone who starts on the ultras, at least 5 laps older tires. And that's a lot. 5 laps older tires, that costs you,
I mean, especially on a track like this as well.
a couple of tenths every lap.
With so many turns, like, you know, turn 1, even at the start of the last sector as well. 5 laps, that could be humongous, really, in terms of tire wear.
Exactly. And then you got the long back straight with the DRS zone, and you're just going to be ripped apart. You're just absolutely going to be ripped apart. People are going to fly by you with ERS on overtake, DRS open, slipstream. They get all the good stuff, and they're just going to fly by, and you can't defend on the back straight. You can't really do much there, because the DRS, the whole straight is so long, but the DRS part is also very, very long compared to a lot of other tracks. Well, maybe not compared to Azerbaijan next week, but you know, if we're talking about your average DRS straight, it's pretty long here. And so you have so much run up to the DRS zone, then you open the DRS, you get even more of a push. Wow. You're gonna be heavily compromised into the last lap. So basically on the whole strategy, because everyone else is just gonna have faster tires than you for the most part. And if they're on the softs, we're talking about the softs being, if you pit medium to soft. We're talking about the soft tires being 11 to 14 laps old, and again the mediums on 22 are going to be in a worse shape than the softs would be after 14. Not much, but slightly. But again, you would try to, if you run from medium to soft, you would try to run deep into the Grand Prix, so you have like not a lot of traffic, and so you more likely pit in lap 17, 16, 17, maybe 18 with the mediums.
I want to interrupt you quickly, sorry. It's just I've just seen something very interesting happen. First of all, Michael had extended his lead at the top, but I was on board with Marquez, right? And he, as he came to the line, he just absolutely stamped on the brakes. He is hiding a lot of pace. He's only 7 tenths off, even though he slammed on the brakes at the end of that lap for a good couple of seconds. He still managed to make 5 tenths in his last lap. He's 7 tenths off. Look at him, he's got a really good chance.
We're talking about a little bit of sandbagging here?
I think it certainly is some sandbagging, absolutely. Anyone who sets down the brakes like that is sandbagging. And that's going to be very, very interesting to see.
Well, a good thing we got the all-seeing eye of Owen right here.
Absolutely, yeah. I know everything.
That is some very good intelligence you gathered right there. Interesting.
So,
well, we'll have to see how that plays out for the rest of the qualifying. We got 6 minutes left, pretty much.
Billy, 4 tenths off there he went. And here's Harry. He's trying to lap on the softs, and he's into the pits.
He goes in. Yeah.
Yeah, I must point out he did his first lap on ultras, so yeah, he's just, I guess, seeing how these tires handle, maybe for some race data or something. But yeah.
Yeah, it could be, because I don't think you'll be able to get a 30.5, sorry, 30.4 on the softs. I don't see that happening. And so yeah, he was probably just trying it out. But that is what I did in the F3 or in the F3 qualifying rather. I went out on the mediums. I decided to change the tire allocation to the harder one and go out on the mediums in qualifying twice, and just, you know, get a feel, because I've been playing a lot of Gran Turismo Sport in the meantime. So I had to get a feeling for the game again. And so I was just I never set a lap time. It started in 16th out of 17. And I would have started in dead last, but someone else joined late, or after the session rather, not late in the session, but after the session. And so I just used the tires to, you know, get a little bit of practice in, but not really to set a lap time. And so maybe that's what Harry was doing here on the softs, just not really going for a lap time, just, you know, getting into the rhythm on the soft tires, because these are the ones, if he qualifies in the top 10 on the ultras, which it seems likely he does, these are the tires he's going to use for 80% of the race at least.
Yeah.
So you want to get a feeling for them. So it's a smart move.
Center Mercedes went P5 there on his ultras, but Michael is out on a cider lap, getting ready to start again, and this is now crucial. We need to really see Michael's true pace. I wonder if he's hiding something as well, because we certainly know that Marquez is hiding a lot. Like I say, he slammed right on the brakes coming up to the line. He could have easily got on that pole position, so surely he's got a chance. So we need to see Michael. Can he extend that gap? Surely he'll be aware of what Marquez has done.
And the good thing for Michael right now is he's pretty much the only one out on track other than Mercedes, who's on his in lap, and Alice Killer, who's on his out lap right now. There might be a bit of an issue. Let's see where. Nah, too far away. So Michael is gonna have a clear lap right now. No traffic in front of him, no traffic behind him, nothing to worry about.
No rev glitch either, so we can actually ride on board with this one. See really what he's doing.
Well, I still have the rev glitch, but okay.
Well, I don't. It's great. Everyone on the stream, we get a little bit of a luxury here. You can watch Michael,
awesome.
Michael actually on board. See, watch him Bennett now. Of course, some of get our privileges, but let's not think that way. As Michael heads through the second sector now. I mean, it all looks good in the lap so far. It's just whether he can extend and how much by. He's still on ultras, obviously, and you see quite a lot of ERS as well. You can see he's still got over 70%, which is quite interesting. I saw lots of people taking it right down to about 50% at this point.
He wants to use everything right here on the long straight. That's why you see he goes into hot lap now. It's weird he doesn't go into overtake, because I personally would do that. There you go. He goes into overtake. I took him a bit, but okay.
As well, went down to high there.
Yeah, for the corners. No, that's smart. You try to go towards the end of any straight. You try to go down on the ERS to save some, because it's more important. What a lap time, 29.3. Holy. That is something. Now you can see everyone's on the outlet pretty much. Everyone in their grandma except Mercedes, Dutch, and that's about it.
Alice Killer is on a lap.
Yeah, Alice is on a lap. He's not on an outlap, but
this is on softs. This is on softs. So can we see Alice Killer get himself into the top 10 with these and give himself a real advantage in strategy? And I see Marquez is on his outlap, so once we're finished watching this, I really want to watch Marquez and see if he can put himself at the top.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Alice Killer, and or no, I'm gonna keep an eye on Marquez. And you get.
Yeah, Alice Killer backed off anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. But he's gonna have one more chance. He's trying to save some ERS now. You can see he's on none. So maybe he tries another run. I mean, he's not going to be able to get another, to get into the pits and get out again. So I think he's just saving up, and yep, he goes into hot lap mode and he tries it again.
So, yeah, Marquez has now got the rev glitch. It's quite funny. He didn't have it earlier, but he's got it now. It's stuff like that always happens. I want to see if Michael's actually still in the lap. No, he's not. It's curious. You never know, really. But yeah, here we go. Marquez starts his lap. And this is gonna be very interesting indeed.
I'm gonna have a look at Alice Cola while you keep your eyes on Marquez and see how much sandbagging he's actually done.
Yeah.
That is so tricky.
So Michael was a 23.7 in the first sector. Marquez matches that. So pretty close at the start of the sector. I was looking in a chat there earlier. I'm pretty sure he said that he's got a good sector 3. I think, if I can find that up again.
Well, he's gonna have to back that up now. This is the time. Qualifying is over, but everyone who is on a lap can still complete that lap. Michael is already through, as is Biley and Dutch. Everyone else still on a lap. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Absolutely. So onto the back straight he comes. There'll be more people finishing laps.
Harry stays in 7th place. Cliffy stays in 10th on the softs. But he's hoping probably to lose one more, maybe to Alice. Alice comes across the line and he goes into P9.
That's very interesting.
On the softs. On the best soft qualifier for now.
Here comes Marquez. Through the last corner he goes. He's giving it absolutely everything. Is this pole position? Oh, 2/10 down.
P2. But very, very good lap.
Yeah, absolutely. A very good lap.
Oh, New York with a bad mistake out of the hairpin. Spun off. And Mercedes is coming through. Let's see what he can do. He backed off, you remember? He backed off, and now he tries it. Oh, no, that was Alice. Force India's got me a little bit screwed over there. But P5, so he skips New York, who just made that mistake. And that is the session over. So nice jump there from Mercedes in the other Force India. Jumping at least from 6th to 5th. Getting one more spot, and we're gonna have to look where the inside is, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, pole position starts on the outside, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
So the odd starting positions are all on the outside, and the even numbers are all on the inside. So actually, the inside is where you want to be in turn 1. Okay, let me just make that absolutely clear. The inside, and Alice dropped down to P11. So all the soft runners out of the top 10.
Yeah, I think people were getting a bit confused about Harry's tires, because I had the graphic showing the current tire. Harry never actually set a lap on the soft, because it got Odems, or Marquez, whatever you want to call him. He's in a chat wondering why Harry did another lap on Ultras. He did all his laps on Ultras. He went straight into the pits when he was on his softs run. So, yeah. Hope that clears that up, because there seems to be a little confusion about that.
Yeah, and Kellic is asking a good question. Why didn't people qualify on softs? I don't know.
I know
it's I
questionable.
I didn't even set a lap time in F3, and it worked out well for me. So it's definitely viable to just go onto the softs and try to set a lap time on those instead of the ultras, but. Maybe it's that a lot of drivers, especially let's say that maybe the faster one, most of the fast ones, not all of them, but most of the fast ones say, you know what, I value position more, and yeah, I value track position more than I value strategy here. It's a call that everyone has to make for themselves. It's a tough call, but you know,
well, we'll see.
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of thought that went into all of these decisions.
Well, clearly people have They must be thinking of doing the one stop though on them ultras. Surely they think that they can go from ultras to mediums. I don't see why that many people would qualify on ultras to then not. I mean, because the two stop would do most of them, wouldn't it? I mean, Alice, Alper, I mean, even
maybe
Clippy.
they tested a two stop and it was a viable strategy for them. I don't know.
Well, I mean, just one person to look out for. Cliffy, he is super fast. I've seen him in other leagues. He loves the ultimate strategy, so he'll be down in 13. But if people are really going to do this two stop, then Cliffy's going to be right up there at the end.
You know what I find interesting, that no one of the bottom four, let's say, has elected to go onto the mediums for the start. That they all went for the softs. What I would do if I was McGrady or Cliffy is I would have gone onto the mediums because I was so far back. And granted, now you can hold me accountable. I didn't do that yesterday in the F3 race. Okay, but that was because I made a mistake in the settings and I panicked. And so I was like, oh, let's just do any one sub strategy that doesn't include the ultra softs, and the soft to medium was the standard, and the time was running out. I was like, gotta get something done, you know. But my idea was to start on the mediums, and so it is. I think if you're that far down in like 13th, 14th place, second last, it is a viable idea to go onto the mediums and go very, very long into the race.
Well, this is it. They're all lining up on the grid now, and I think they've all got there okay. And here we go. This is it. The race start here in China. Who's gonna get the best start here? Will Marquez be good up to second place? We'll see. Lights out. Decent start from Marquez. Really poor from Renner. He's already losing places, but Marquez down to turn one. A little bit of contact actually with Michael. That could have ended in a bit of a disaster, but they all seem to make it through okay for now. And some side-by-side action going on throughout the field. And there's a car up in the air! Harry up in the air right there. And that was...
he got launched.
Oh, he's desyncing as well. That's a very unfortunate incident now. He's probably a bit confused, a bit shocked, a bit concussed probably as well. After being sent up in the air.
He got fully launched. Oh my.
And he's out of the race. And
oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, wow. I've never seen a crash like that before in an F1 game.
Yeah, that was the first one.
I'd love to see that from his point of view.
The two Mercedes, Bad Boy and Dutch, are currently fighting it out in 8th and 9th place. The last of the Ultrasoft runners. Very interesting to see.
Cliffy up to P11. McGrady in P10 as well. Good start from him. But Renner, he had such a poor start. Look where he's fell down. He's in 7th. And anyway, let's see how Marquez does. He's got a good run on Michael. Could he go for the lead on lap 1 here? He's going to go for it on the inside, but that's such a big lockup. He's going to go wide. Look up for Billy, because Billy is going to get the both of them. They all come together. Oh, no. Set a Mercedes into the lead. Marquez, into the Mercedes as well. Out of the race he goes. And that is a complete shambles. What a mess.
That's what happens when you have 3 people fighting for the lead there, and just everything went wrong there. Everything from the beginning, with Marquez locking up, Biley then trying to move. Just that is so unfortunate. And we're gonna have to remember one thing though now, because Dutch is in the pits. He says he goes on to the medium tires. He's not going to be able to make those last to the end. 27 laps. It's impossible to do.
So that's a race ruiner.
Gets a little bit of an issue.
And he was just a bystander. He didn't even do anything. He was just minding his own business and sees Odems reversing into him. And it's Michael. Sorry, saying Michael right at the inside of Billy, the man who sort of caused it. And there's the other Red Bull around. McGrady too, facing the wrong direction. And this is all over the place. But yeah, Billy was involved with this, and Michael really wants to just get straight back past him again. I wouldn't want to put blame to anybody, but I don't know. It didn't seem like there was much place for Odems, Michael, or Billy to go, to be brutally honest with you. They were all
And Mercedes has inherited the lead as McGrady is out of the race. Mercedes has inherited the lead, but he's under attack from New York now.
Yeah, New York's
And
going to have a good
Slimbo
exit
and
here.
Renner are right behind. It's very interesting
Oh,
to
look
see.
at
It's still
that! Billy is there, but also Alice Killer just going into the side of, I think, Alper. And he's got Cliffy trying to get past him now as well. Cliffy just sitting back, and there's Billy into the pits now with maybe damage. And New York, in all that, he's trying to take the lead. Round the outside he goes into turn 1, being pushed a bit wide there. And you could say that that maybe was a little aggressive. But straight up the inside, still tries New York. Look out for Alpha, or Slimbo I should say. Look out for Renner as well. 4 seconds back to Bad Boy, so it'll be really only these four for now. But New York into the lead.
Yeah, great overtake there around the outside of turn 1, and then having the inside for turn 2. A bit of shoving going on there, but not too much, I would say. And now Mercedes is also under pressure from Slimbo. Slimbo goes round the outside. It seems like Mercedes has some kind of issue. He's sliding all over the place. Loses another spot to Renner as well.
His tires are going. His tires will be going. And look at that, there's Renner as well going for P2. That might be a pretty easy move out the inside. And we'll look up for Michael though in the background as well. He is doing all he can to try and get past Bad Boy, but he just can't do it. He just can't go anywhere.
He's got DRS now. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, but what about Alper? What about Alper? He's on much better tires. He's gonna go for it. Side by side on the straight. He's on the soft tires, remember? And after all these incidents, he's in such a good position. He might get it to him. He's got such a run. He's going down the inside. He's gonna go 3 wide. And who's gonna come out on top here? It's Michael being swamped out there in the background. He's lost another position. And somehow, Alper is on the back of Bad Boy.
Michael goes into the pits.
Dead and Slimbo as well.
to get rid of the Ultras. Same with Mercedes and Slimbo. So what I said earlier, 3 laps usually is what you only can do on these Ultra Soft sometimes. And there's a new wing for Michael as well.
Contact. I think there's been a broken wing there for someone. I think it was Alice.
Okay, Michael and Mercedes both had front wing changes.
Right.
Slimbo, from what I saw, did not. So both of them should be a bit faster now. Let's hope they don't.
Alice Killer with the damaged front wing is still trying to get past Bad Boy, and there goes Alper on him as well. And look at Bad Boy, how slow he is. His tires are gone. And Cliffy just lurking in the background. Whoever comes out on top here on them soft tires will be the net leader of this race. This Bad Boy is really defending aggressively right now. And surely there goes Cliffy as well, trying to get involved with the action. Alice Killer's ahead, but like I say, with that broken front wing, how much is that going to affect him? As Cliffy hits Bad Boy into the side of Alper and then gets hit off himself. This is mad. Them ultra soft tires are completely gone.
Meanwhile, New York and Renner, I expect both of them to make it to the pits right now, and Bad Boy probably as well in P6 right now. Let's see. No, Renner stays out another lap. He's going for 5 laps on the Ultras. Is he going to try to attempt... That's what I'm thinking. Is he going to try to attempt the one-stop? Ultra soft to medium. It could be possible that he's trying to do that. New York is in.
Let's see where he comes out in relation to Slimbo, as Billy actually goes past Dutch Tricks there as well. But yeah, Slimbo, the leading man now, sort of of the 2 stoppers.
New York comes out right now. It is close.
It's not really as close as I expected.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I was expecting Slimbo to be a bit faster on the straight than he actually was. That was a little bit of a misjudgment on my part. I'm sorry for that. But Bad Boy, meanwhile, lost another couple positions. Oh my god, he rejoins in the worst spot possible, right behind Dutch and Billy, and right in front of Mercedes and Michael. Oh goodness.
This is the fight.
Bad Boy is trying the one-stop.
This is a fight.
Super soft to medium.
Yeah. Just saying, fight for the lead about to happen now, because I think Renner could pit and end up doing the 2-stop or the 1-stop. I still think it's going to be slower. So let's assume this is the fight for the lead. As Alpha is on the inside, and he's already ahead onto the DRS straight, and he's going to get the DRS to pull away as well. But I'm pretty sure Alice Killer, just through pure slipstream, is going to have a chance to go back at him. He'll try around the outside. That's not going to work. So Alper into the lead.
Switchback. Nope. Got that covered off. Alper has got that covered off. But I think Alice, if you look at the line he took there, he wanted to get the switchback.
Cliffy now with a real chance, because Alice had lost it into the last corner. He got on the dirt on the entry, and side by side into turn 1 they go. Who's going to come out on top here? This is now for P2 in this race, because Renner's into the pits. We'll see where he comes out. And
Renner goes to the mediums, 1 stop.
Yeah. So we'll see how his tires handle towards the end of the race as Cliffy gets up into P2. Renner is behind New York as well. Slimbo trying to go around the outside. This could really affect him. And what a move that'll be, but he spun! Is he going to spin? He just about keeps it. I thought he was going to spun there, Slimbo, but he just about kept it. Onto the grass he went. And lucky not to have been facing the wrong way there.
Yeah, meanwhile, up front, it seems like Alper is able to get a gap to Cliffy. Over a second now, very, very strong here. Can he break the DRS window? 1.2. Cliffy seems fairly slow. Does he have some damage on his front wing? I didn't see anybody.
On the right. I think there's some on the right.
Oh, yeah, there seems to be something off the end plate. Oh, yeah, look at him go wide.
Yeah, there's something wrong there. So, RLS Killer and Cliffy both with front wing damage on the right. But RLS Killer, the one with the DRS, we'll see if he can close up. He's closing. Maybe he'll need a dive bomb to go for that, and sensibly, he doesn't go for it. But with Cliffy struggling seemingly more.
Yeah, can I just say, I think Alper might have this... If he doesn't make a mistake, he might have a good shot.
In my opinion.
It's too early. Come on, it's too early now. We just started lap 7. Come on, we're not even 25% into the race. Calm your tits, okay?
I don't know. It just seems this strategy seems so good. I honestly think as long as Alper keeps the pace up, Renner's tires are gonna die extremely quickly towards the end of this race. They hit a cliff. I pitted on lap 9 for in a race during the week, and about lap 27 is when they just fell off the cliff and just died. So imagine pitting on lap 5. That's going to be what, 22, 23 they go, and look at this, 5 for P8 as well. But yeah, I honestly think Renner's tires are going to run out of life before the end of this race, and I might leave him a sitting duck.
Well, in my race in the F3, I encountered pretty much the highest tire wear of one tire on average was 3%. That was what the I think I don't even know what tire it was. I think it was the front left that was the worst. Rear tires I feel like on this track are easy to manage, but front left 3% per lap on the mediums. 23 laps, you do the math. 69%, 70%. You can do it, but yes, they are going to hit a cliff. Roughly around 60% is when they are going to drop off.
Yeah.
And so you can do pretty much 20 laps on them, and then they're going to say, dude, can you not? they're going to scream and yell at you why you've taken them for so long.
Was that Renner versus Slimbo, dude? I think it was, and there's stuff going on in the background there. Bad Boy losing the place to Michael.
There is no Renault other than Cliffy in P2.
I meant Renner.
I think you're...
Renner.
Oh, Renner.
Yeah, the Brazilian guy.
Sorry, I misunderstood there. It sounded like you said Renault. I was like, what?
So Bad Boy loses another place in this race to Michael now. And, yeah.
There's no shame in losing a place to Michael, okay? Can I just be the first one to say that? There is absolutely no shame in losing a place to Michael.
Was that desync or what? Or did Dutch Tricks just lose concentration? Because he just went straight on into the gravel in a pretty simple little kink. What on earth happened there? He's lost a place to Zeta Mercedes. He's now down in last, and an extremely bizarre incident. Very
the
odd.
thing is, this little right hand kink it is easy to lose concentration there, because you just like basically I encountered this a couple of times too, in not in the race in F3 thankfully, but for example in career mode, in China, that you made it through turns 1 and 2, and your brain is like, okay.
Jeez. Simbo dude almost into the back of Renner. Had to avoid very quickly. Got a time penalty for going off the track. A stop go, 5 seconds. That'll get added on at the end. But yeah, what a dramatic moment that was. And
yeah, as Cliffy's in the pits now.
Yep, he's coming out now. Now Michael's ahead of him. He's on the mediums as well as Bad Boys, Zeta Mercedes, and Dutch Tricks. So you know, if Renner could get to the end, what about these? What about these lot? Do you reckon they could get to the end as well? Maybe not Dutch Tricks, but possibly Zeta Mercedes, Bad Boy, and Michael.
Why not Dutch?
7 laps on.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah, lap one. Yeah, Dutch is gonna be tough. Everyone else,
possible,
could be.
Once again, no, they'll be
gonna,
right on the cliff, and that's from the front lane change as well for Cliffy. So
not over the cliff. They're gonna be over the cliff.
They'll be falling down.
Cliffy not. Cliffy right now, he's gonna go to the end. Bad Boy. Renner might be in the best position right now. Not only is he 4th, doesn't have to make a pit sub. He also went into the pits lap 5.
Yeah.
Latest of everyone on the mediums except obviously Cliffy now. So he's in a very, very good position.
Cliffy had a front wing change as well, I believe. So we'll see where Alice Killer comes out in comparison. Will he change his front wing as well? Will he feel it's worth it? Because we saw Cliffy
I'm pretty sure he's gonna
loads of cars to traverse though, and he's changing it. So New York will reassume the lead, by the way, when Alper pits. But the gap is only 15 seconds. Renner will pass him as well. Maybe also Simbo dudes. Maybe not quite Billy or Michael, but I just want to say, like, a front wing change that loses you a lot of time. And surely Alper,
but driving around with a broken front wing loses you more time. You saw how much Alper gained on both Cliffy and Alice, so it loses you a lot of time. Pretty much a second a lap, I would say. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how you can, deal with how you can adjust to it. But it is definitely the better choice to change the front wing there for both of them. Even though they lost time, but now they're going to be faster on track again.
Well, let's see what Alper does then. Really, lap 10 will be when these tires start to die. So I wonder if he's just gonna.
Depending on the tire wear, you can take. I took him. Yeah, see, he's taking him one more lap at least. I took mine 14 laps, so that was a bit too much in my race. But I wanted to come in lap 13, but I was forced because my teammate came in right before me, and so I had to go one more lap. But 12 to 13 is the ideal window, and they're not hitting a cliff just yet. Again, depending on the tire wear. If your tire wear is a bit worse, obviously you might want to come in lap 11. But usually 12 to 13 is the best window.
Also want to point out as Bad Boy and Zeta Mercedes go side by side once again. Zeta Mercedes off to Narnia, almost into the gravel. In fact, is into the gravel in turn 1. Loses. Oh, he spins as well. Oh dear, that's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Down to last.
Yep, down into.
Oh, and onto the grass as well. He's out of the race, and so that means everybody who finishes will get some points. One thing I also want to point out though, Alper is very fast still. He is pulling away from New York by about a second a lap. It was
exactly.
So maybe he's just gonna wait this out. He should beat Simbo dude out of the pits now. But who else will he beat? Will he be able to beat Renner if he goes a couple more laps, do you think?
Well, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll have to wait and see. 20 seconds right now. It's gonna be close, but again, he's staying out for one more lap, and I think this is the right call. Stay out on these tires for as long as they're not completely falling off the cliff.
Well, I mean,
And again, 12, 13, they're still good.
it also prevents you from every lap you do extra on the soft, there's a lot less you're gonna have to do on mediums, which means less tire wear at the end of the race, which might give him the edge as well. But I just can't see. Every lap he does makes me more and more convinced that he's gonna win this race.
I mean, he's certainly in a good position. I said that now, 5-6 laps ago when you were trying to call it already. He's certainly in a prime position right now, with the strategy, with basically staying incident free, damage free. It is so important, not just here on any track really, but here as well. And he's doing a good job, a great job, and he is certainly in a very good position. I don't see anyone right now being able to beat him, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe someone is going to emerge. Maybe Alper is going to make a mistake. I don't want to, commentators curse and everything. I don't want to do that, but it's always a possibility.
Billy's right on the back of Slimbo Dude now for P4. He's going down the inside. Can he get this one done?
Yes, he can, but it's a bad Yeah, exactly. It's a bad overtaking spot. You don't want to overtake right here because you lose the DRS.
Well, we'll see how this works out. Alper's still making time on this lap. Will he stay out? Will he pit? I guess we'll find. I think he's already gone past, actually. Yeah, he has already gone past.
DRS was not enough for
he's gonna
here
spin,
to catch Billy.
Just a bike held it. Wow, Slimbo really was all over the road there. That's really surprising.
And Alper stays on another lap. As I said, 12-13. If he takes him any longer now than lap 13, I think this is the moment where he might want to think about coming in. And it seems like there is a little green button on Alper right now, so he is going to come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, he should do. Michael
most likely. Could be that he's just faking this for the cameras, but
well, let's see. He'd end up doing half the race.
He has requested the pit stop. That's what we can say definitively.
Be honest, does it not make a bit more sense for you to pit now? Because I mean, you've nearly done half the race on the soft tires. It gets to the point where maybe you're overusing the tire. Somehow he's still pulling away. I don't know how he's keeping these alive, but surely he'll have superb pace on the mediums. He certainly would have been one of them people who would have done the one stop from ultras to mediums. He would have been the type of guy who could manage that.
I think the ultra to medium strategy would I'm pretty sure he's on this strategy because he's tested the other ones and he's decided this one is the fastest for the race. As that was close at the pit entry but no speeding.
I thought he was going to exceed it there, to be honest. But here we go. Let's see.
Pinpoint accuracy from Alper here.
Yeah, Bad Boy and Clippy, they've been switching left, right all the time there, up, down, everywhere.
Yeah, not New York. Alper needs to make sure he stays in front of Billy. And he does. That is important. He's behind Renner now, but he's in a good position. Wheels or tires are on a very, very, are pretty cold right now, but they're very, very fresh. That's the advantage he has now over everyone else. And New York is gonna have to make another pit stop. Renner, I don't know. He's not gonna have to make another pit stop necessarily, but it's 1.8 seconds, 1.7 seconds now. I don't see a chance for Renner to stay in the lead and keep Alper behind him with 8 laps older tires. We were talking about 5 laps earlier in the qualifying. Now we're talking about 8 laps.
I know, yeah.
No chance. And
then to Michael, it's 10 laps. Will Michael be able to have any form of challenge? We know he's super fast anyway, but I mean, Michael, it's surprising that he's somehow found himself near Billy again. Of course, who else did he find himself with? He hasn't been able to get away from him yet today.
Yeah, Michael is heavily compromised now after the incidents early in the race. So
yeah, it's a real shame.
It's gonna be really, really tough.
But in a way,
I think
you know,
Alper. Hold on, I think Alper made a little mistake. He's lost at least a second to Renner. Wasn't he just 1.5 seconds behind, or 2 seconds?
No, he was 3.9. I saw. Maybe
then I looked at the wrong one.
Yeah. Clippy.
That could be that I was looking wrong.
Clippy set the fastest lap of the race, and that's crucial because he's then going to be closing in on Michael, and he's currently running, let's say, a net P2. Everyone else pits. Renner may not pit, but his tyres will go before Clippy's. New York will pit. Billy will pit. Michael's tyres are going to be gone as well before Clippy. So Clippy should be on the podium. It's whether it's third or second. But surely Alper's got this win.
It certainly seems so. I don't see a way for him to not win this. And he's gaining time on Renner. He's now down to, what is that, 2.5 now?
Yeah. Billy now.
You can see him constantly gaining. He sees Renner on the long straight there. He's got his target locked in.
So has Michael. Here we go, on Billy. Time to see how he can get past without any contact this time, hopefully between these two. And Michael, on better tyres, getting himself ahead of Billy.
Yeah, it was a classic move. I mean, if you get that much run up, and Billy is going into the pits now.
Yep.
For his second pit stop. Been running the soft compound tires for 12 laps now. 13 laps, and he's going for another 13 on another set of softs, as expected. And out onto the track again in
P9.
Second, yep, second last. Slimbo's too far away there.
So, it appears maybe in the last sector, Alper is actually losing a bit of time as his teammate gets a penalty. I mean, he's still closing. It's 2.3, but let's see how Michael's pace is. I know it is a 10 lap difference. You wouldn't really expect Michael to close. But, I mean, with Alper going off the track and all that, he's not having the best time. Maybe he's pushing too much, I don't know. But yeah, Michael is losing time now.
Look, but for everyone else, I would say, 10 laps older tires, no chance. But we're talking about the 3-time ERL F1 champion. We're talking about the reigning back-to-back champion. Pretty much the fastest guy that ERL has to offer. And I don't know, he could do it. It's hard to believe, but if anyone can do it, it's Michael. Meanwhile, Renner goes for the lead.
Yep. New York in the pits. The Simbu dude is out of the race.
Okay. I was hoping it was a little bit more spectacular than New York going into the pits, but apparently not.
Let's not hope bad stuff on people.
What do you mean bad stuff? An overtake is more spectacular. A clean overtake. That's what I was hoping for. I wasn't talking about it. What are you thinking? Man.
No, we don't want to see it. We don't want to see him getting past, do we? He's having a good race so far, but now
I want to see a good fight. I don't care who's getting past or not. I want Slimbo, meanwhile, left.
He's out.
He's out of the race.
Virtual safety car's a result. That saves Alper. Well, that saves Renner maybe half a lap of hell. So, yeah. Virtual safety car, that'll probably last till the end of the lap, won't it?
Nah. I think it's going to be over pretty soon. It's going to be over. There's going to be DRS for Alper. Well, if he was in range, but he's not. But there would be, I think, before DRS. Maybe he can get into range. I would try it.
Actually, that's a good point, yeah.
Cheeky, like, getting into the 1 second and then be like, okay, now I can slow down again. You get 15 seconds. You can overstep the delta for a little bit. try to get within that 1 second, and then be like, okay, and now I'm gonna slow down again, but I got DRS, but apparently not yet DRS. Virtual safety car still there. There we go. DRS is back now.
He lost time actually in that. He did lose time, Alper. So
he's gonna get it back.
Well, let's hope so. There's still
we're talking about 8 laps.
Yeah.
Fresher tires, so yeah, he can easily gain that back.
So 11 laps to go, including this one, and Alper should hope to be catching soon, and hopefully we'll see a good battle between these two, because Renner certainly isn't going to want to give this one up. As Dutch Tricks goes into the pits, he will fall down to last, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's going to probably go on the softs, I would assume, and I am right. Goes on to the softs, and we'll take these to the end of the race. So I think that's pretty much everyone done on their pit stops, I guess.
I don't know,
maybe Michael, Renner, Bad Boy, but I don't think so.
No.
If so, they would have to come in now or at the end of this or next lap.
Maybe they'll do ultras. Maybe they'll go ultras at the end, you know?
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Surely not.
You've got to
5 laps for that?
You've got to consider it. You've got to consider it.
You lose 20 seconds for a change on the tires that are not going to gain you back that time in 5 laps. No. No.
But it's just
they're not a viable race tire at all.
No, I'm noticing. It's
but you have to.
Again,
you say, well, that's Michael. Yeah, but you have to compare Michael to Michael. You have to compare medium tire Michael to ultra soft tire Michael. He's not going to gain 4 seconds on his medium performance. No chance.
Dutch Tricks has been off the track, in case anyone was wondering. And Cliffy sets another fastest lap. So that shows that 10 lap old mediums can still have pace. The plot thickens a little bit. Maybe Cliffy will come through and win this race.
10 laps old mediums aren't old mediums. They're not factory fresh, but they're still pretty good tires. We're talking about 30% tire wear roughly. So I wouldn't be too worried right now. Plus, you got to remember,
Dutch Tricks is having a nightmare
these guys are burning some fuel right now, and so, you know, there's a lighter car. The tires aren't degrading that much right now. They're not losing you that much time right now. So I wouldn't be too worried that 10 laps old tires are still able to get a fastest lap in. They sure as hell can. I would be more worried if someone with, let's say if Michael, all of a sudden with 15, now 16 at the end of this lap, 16 lap old tires, is setting a fastest lap. That's why I would be like, yeah, what is going on here? That's confusing. That's questionable, but no, 10 laps really not that worrying. As Dutch is in the pits again, changing his front wing now. Interesting.
Yeah, he kept crashing. He I was watching him for a good minute there. He's being lapped now. Look. He might get involved with this, you know. He might get involved with this.
Please no.
Where's Cliffy?
Lap car.
Oh,
lap
Cliffy
car.
just passed him then.
Yeah, you don't want to get him off with a lapped car here. Like that's the worst that can happen.
Ultras. He might actually have to. He might fight back though, because he's on ultras.
But why?
He's given up. He's a minute and 15 behind the nearest car on track.
He wants the fastest lap, I think. He wants the fastest lap, I think.
So will he? Will he challenge Cliffy, who, by the way, is almost in DRS range?
If he does that, there's going to be a lot of. Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of anger on Cliffy's part if Dutch tries to go for any kind of overtake. Or any kind of weird move that no, don't send it.
He'll argue that he's got the pace to pass him. You are allowed to unlap yourself if you have the pace to stay ahead.
Yeah, but I would be angry, I tell you that.
Look at the run. He's gonna have a better run on Cliffy than Cliffy's. Oh, he's backed off. Oh well, you ruined things, haven't you?
Yeah, no, it's right thing here to just
Getting
back
excited
off
there for a
and
minute. Well, here comes Alice Killer on Bad Boy. Round the outside, he tries it for P5. What a difference this race could have made if he didn't break that front wing earlier. But he's gonna go around the outside anyway and really go for P5.
they're still going hammer and
close.
tongue into the last corner, and Alice now on the inside claims that corner for himself, but Bad Boy's got the DRS.
Round the outside.
And he goes around the outside.
Oh, he hit him! He hit him! A little bit of contact there.
Might have been desync. Might have been desync.
A little more wheel-to-wheel contact than anything else, and there's more contact on the exit, and that was definitely contact. No desync there.
And some more there.
Yeah, they're really. Oh.
But
right, he was inside.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you can see they are desyncing a little here. As Alice into, what is that, turn 4? What does that count?
I have no clue.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would be 4. Maybe 5. It's so weird how they count the corners here.
I thought it was 6 or not. I don't know. I don't know how you can get 6 corners out of it. No, it is 6. Isn't it? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Indeed, it is 6. Oh god, because the right-hander counts as 2. Turn 1 and 2. The left-hander counts as turn 3 and 4. The kink is 5. Jeez, that's weird.
Yeah, let's just stop talking about that and start talking about Cliffy. Because Cliffy is starting to catch, and look who's still lurking in the background. Dutch Tricks, who's probably going for fastest lap. He locks up hugely there.
That was...
And heart attack region now, as I'm sure he saw his ERL career flashing before his eyes, as he was inevitably going to get, I don't know, in trouble. And Bad Boy's back ahead of Alice Killer, but Cliffy is right on the back as Dutch Trick sets that inevitable fastest lap. Round the outside tries Cliffy. And can he get this done? He's gonna have more grip.
It is possible, but no. He cannot do it here, but it is possible. Generally it is possible, but he was not able to pull that off yet.
Big slide on the exit.
It's not over, and look, by the way, who's getting close to that 1 second DRS window.
Yes, it's
Alper, 1.1.
It's taken him 8 laps. I mean, his tires are, you know, Renner's been
but now Renner's tires are going to jump off the cliff. We're talking about 16 laps, now 17 laps. That means right now is where his tires should be at around 50%.
DRS.
And this is where they basically hit the first little cliff, let's say, or the first little ledge. The cliff comes roughly at 60.
The grip goes for a little bit and then it comes back, but then when it goes next time, it's completely gone. It'll never come back. That's how it sort of works. But I'm sure he will...
Yes, Alper has DRS now.
I'm sure he
He's closing in.
For all his might.
It's gonna be another lap, and Alper has the lead. I'm telling you
there
this
goes
right
Cliffy.
now.
There goes Cliffy. This is important. This is P3 in this race. He's ahead of Michael now, but Michael's gonna try and get the switch back on him, but he just doesn't have the grip in the tires. 18 laps old. Good luck fighting with them at the end of the race.
But he's got the DRS.
He does, and we'll see if he's got the grip to try it into turn 1. He's certainly close. He's gonna try round the outside. Nah, surely he can't. Surely he can't.
He's still there. He's still he's.
I don't know.
Why did Cliffy leave him the space there? He was ahead. He cleared him.
Wow! What a slide! Jeez. How's he kept that one on the road? He tries around the outside again, but surely just nothing left now, right?
Yeah, Michael is gonna after this slide, he's gonna have to take care of his tires a little bit more. He needs to get that temperature down, and he's not gonna be able to attack for the next couple of corners at least.
I want to bring up again this fight that I had on Thursday night when I did my ILR race. Even though my tires were completely gone, I was still able to fight like pretty hard in them tires. You can fight really hard in these mediums, and really Renner's gonna have to prove my point here. But I don't think he can. I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna. Look at how close he is. DRS now.
I was always getting overtaken on the straight, but then I could come back on the exit and even into the last corner. But we'll see.
Maybe that was because your setup had more downforce than others.
Well, yeah, it was quite downforce. It was quite downforce heavy, to be honest, for the tire wear.
See,
But as you can see, he's doing what I did. You just block it all off into the last corner, and then you can defend in turn 1 as well. But we'll see. Here we go. DRS round the outside, tries Alper. This is for the lead of the race, and you can see there, Dutch Tricks is round, but into the lead then goes Alper. So yeah, I was completely wrong. Oh, jeez, and look at that, 2 little bites of contact there.
Renner gunned for him there. That was uncalled for. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he overestimated his car, but that was not a good move by Renner here, and he rightfully backs off here.
Does he?
Oh my!
He's going for the exit. Oh, he has 2 little traction.
He's got the slide.
2 little traction, and so
and
Alper.
I think now it's over. Now it's over. Alper.
5 laps to go. He only has to keep it on the track, you'd imagine, and he's won this race. Michael, meanwhile, is still trying to get Cliffy, and I want to actually see how Dutch Tricks is getting on. Obviously, we saw him spinning off there a few moments ago, and he's spinning again for turn 7. Now tires are completely gone, and there's probably a little bit of I give up happening here from Dutch Tricks. He's set his fastest lap. He's done all he wanted to do, and he's currently
he
in
might
Narnia.
want he might want to finish the race. It's 2 points.
10 second time penalty for that.
Oh my!
As if he didn't lose enough time by going off there anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, his rears are completely gone, as you can clearly see, and he's gonna spin again.
It seems like those Dutch Tricks didn't really work out for him too well.
Well.
Oh boy.
Well, he's certainly getting the
and
tricks out there.
And he DNF'd now.
Yeah.
Has retired from the session. That is unfortunate. If I was him, I would have fought on. Hey, 2 points, man. You can't argue with that. At least he got 2 points out of this. But now, he's not going to get the 2 points because he didn't complete 90% of the race distance.
Well, that's unfortunate for him. 8 people left then in this race. Alper from Renner, Cliffy, Michael, Alice Killer, Bad Boy, New York, and Billy. What a race we've seen. Drama from the very first lap. And,
yeah, but look at the stint lengths right now, and everyone in the top 6.
Michael's
Alper's stint is obscenely short. 11 laps. Everyone else at least, what is that? Alice has 15. Everyone else at least 18. That's ridiculous.
Well,
and
Cliffy's on 16 as well there. Alice
Alper
15.
Now has Alper now has over a second to Renner, so no DRS for Renner here.
So Michael,
no DRS.
Michael's still going to get DRS, but with 21 lap old mediums, you'll probably be starting to feel a little bit of
Michael
stuff.
is very low on ERS right now. He's not going to be able to attack here.
So I went into the chat there just a second before this starts happening, because Clippy might go for second soon. Can you check the penalties first, actually? Because Calic's in the chat. He wants to see what the penalties are. I'm not going to check because I'm sort of watching it. And
okay, I'm gonna check what the penalties are if we have any. We have a well, Slimbo is out of the race.
Cliffy on the inside for P2. Can he go round the outside afterwards? Watch out for Michael as well. They're going super close in the exit, and they're free abreast as they head up towards the end of the first sector here.
Okay, the only ones with
oh, look at Michael! Michael's got the 2 of them! Oh, what a move into one corner! And he's really taking advantage there. 22 lap old mediums, no bother. And Cliffy now try and run the outside of Renner, who might end up falling outside the podium places here. Just nowhere for Cliffy to go, insect into the back of Renner. Oh my.
Oh, I think Cliffy has some damage on the left side of his front wing.
Nah, it's okay. Down the inside he goes. He's gonna whip it at DRS. Maybe a bit of a premature dive there.
Oh, you're right. It is okay. I was looking wrong there. By the way, the only ones with penalties right now are Bad Boy in P6 and Billy in P8 with 3 seconds each.
Well, here we go. Cliffy.
So one penalty.
Cliffy down the back straight. 1.4 seconds ahead now is Michael. Is that too big to get back? Cliffy round the outside. Can he get the move done on Renner? I don't think he can. And he's pushed him off the track.
Renner squeezed him off there. I personally would say that's a dirty move right there, but we'll see. Cliffy now with a time penalty. Oh no.
I wonder if he'll ask to get one of them taken off, because I'm sure he'll have gotten one for being pushed off there. But
Well,
yeah. Oh
we'll
wow!
have to wait and see.
Nicely done there on the move though. He's certainly
Wow,
still got the pace. But can he pull that 3 seconds out now? I mean, you'd imagine on.
oh, Renner gives him a little bit of a shove from the back.
It's getting a bit
Yeah,
impatient,
3 seconds in 3 seconds in 2 laps is gonna be very, very tough. As Cliffy takes the inside here and makes sure he defends well, and
Cliffy's not happy.
almost a slide from Renner.
Cliffy's not happy here. I'm not surprised as well, because he's sort of. I imagine he probably got his penalty there as one of the warnings being pushed off the track. I wonder if he's going to try and get that removed, especially if he goes and catches Michael. I mean, it's a bit of a push, but he might lose the podium, and that seems a bit unfair.
Let me see.
If he got 2 on that last lap, I think he will try to get 1 removed. To be honest, it's on strict corner cutting, so there's a high likelihood that he did.
Oh wow, he did get all 3 on that lap.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll be trying to get 1 of them removed.
1 or 2. I don't know if he got 2 of them being pushed wide. That could be.
Yeah.
That the game thought he came back onto the track, then he left again, then he came back onto the track. It could be the game gave him 2 there. And so he's probably gonna get that penalty. Hopefully he's gonna get that penalty removed.
By the way, Marquez Odems is he wasn't happy to see Michael end up in P2. He said in the chat earlier, if Michael gets second, he's quitting F1. So it's looking pretty likely he's gonna quit.
And just a couple of seconds ago, he said he's selling his PS4.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh well. Well, that's all we saw from Marquez. Good pace, and unfortunately ends up out, and now he's selling his PS4. Oh dear. But yeah,
well,
last lap.
You don't need a PS4 to watch. That's the good news.
Yep, you can just you can be a spectator now. But yeah, final lap then of the race. It's come up on us pretty quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been very interesting for the last couple of laps. Now it seems like the race has settled down into this last lap here. Maybe Renner is gonna have another try, but I mean he's gonna be in DRS range. But I don't see him getting that run.
So
no.
Here comes Alper then down to
too far away.
Yeah, he's a second.
Now he's over a second away. Yeah, he's got the DRS, but too far away here. As Alper.
Here we come. Alper into the final turn he comes then. And who would have thought this? Out of the final corner he comes. He celebrates victory here in the F1 tier here in China. Not Bahrain, I'm too busy living in last week. Michael, 25 laps on them tyres. And I'm pretty sure they're all still together. Explain.
That's a task and a half that you're asking from me here.
Yeah.
Amazing. Taking the medium tires 25 laps with that kind of pace that he had. Absolutely astonishing. And that I think Michael, even though that race really didn't go his way, I think he's gonna be very proud of that performance after the first 3 laps.
Yeah, Odem's not happy. Oh dear. But yeah, there's your podium then. Alper, what a performance, really. I know he benefited off the incidents, but you have to be there at the right time. And he made the moves to get up there. So fully deserved victory here from today.
Yeah, and Michael also extends his championship lead. He had 12 points over Puffrise, who won in Bahrain, if you remember. Now he's gaining another 18, so he's 30 points ahead, unless, let me see, where's Cliffy? Cliffy gets another 12. Yeah, so Cliffy has 30 now. Cliffy should be in second. Oh, yeah, Cliffy is in second. Alper is now at, well, he's got his first 25 points. Didn't have any points before, as he did not finish in Australia and disconnected in Bahrain. Renner gets his first points. Did not start the first 2 races. Now he gets 15. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be happy. But Michael seems like he's walking away with this. A win in Australia, Fourth place in Bahrain, second
Second
place
today.
now, 55 points, and he's already got a 1 win gap, 25 point gap to Cliffy, who's in second place now. Amazing job from him.
Well, unfortunately, that's the end. What a great race that was, though. I'm
Well,
extremely hungry, though, so I need to
I
go.
gotta say, hold on. It's only the end for this week. We are gonna be back next week, October 20th, same time, 5 p.m. UK time.
Actually,
And
that's a question I need
for,
to ask. Um, will F1 qualifying interrupt this? That's a, we might be
now you're
back.
asking.
We might be back next week because obviously it's the US Grand Prix next weekend, and since it's an American track, it basically
Should,
screws everyone.
it should be
So,
fine. It should be fine.
well,
United States Grand Prix time. I'm gonna look that up right
yeah.
now. It's fine. It's fine. The qualifying is gonna start after the ERL race. It could. I mean, yeah. The qualifying in the real F1 is gonna start
Whoa.
pretty much an hour after this race is after this race is done.
How come the
So
race? How come it starts so late? It usually starts a little bit earlier than this.
nope. 7 p.m. UK time.
7 p.m. UK time. Wow. Fair enough. No, I'm not going to
Is
complain.
when the real F1 starts. We are starting 5 p.m. UK time, so
Yeah,
2 hours before
that's
the
so
F1
weird.
qualifying.
That's so weird. It says on the Sky Sports
It's
website in UK time, apparently qualifying starts at 10 p.m. Yet the race starts nearly 3 hours earlier.
that's not right.
What
That's not
on
right.
earth is that?
Oh wait, that could be right. No, you're right. That is right. Why, I don't know why, but the qualifying starts even later. The qualifying starts 4 p.m. local time.
Maybe they're planning on. Maybe there's rain or something they're trying to avoid. I don't know.
Real F1 doesn't try to avoid rain
Well,
ever.
no, they'll avoid a typhoon. They'll do what they did in 2015.
Oh
Just delay it.
yeah.
Maybe that's what they're expecting. I don't know.
2 hours aren't gonna make a difference with 3 hours.
Well,
I don't know why they made that
anyway,
change. Maybe there's a couple of races like in the other series that are like traveling with F1
who
that are
knows?
happening before or after or something like that. I don't know.
Who
But
knows?
anyway, we are going to be back for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix next week, 5 p.m. UK time. The real F1 isn't going to interfere with us. Well, I think we can already call next week Carnage at the Castle.
Yep. Well, that's it then. I've been your commentary, Owen White. With me has been the Badger, and we will see you in Baku. Goodbye.